Welcome to episode 402 of the 2 Minute Warning. Today I'm looking at whether or not the Detroit Lions should consider drafting a quarterback in the first round of this 2021 NFL draft. But before getting to that video, question for those of you watching. This is a bit of a tough one. This is kind of a throwback question, but the all-time leader in interceptions in a single season is 14. Who is the cornerback to set that record? While he did not set the record with the Detroit Lions, he played most of his career there in Detroit. If you know the Lions and their history, you should definitely get this question, but if not, I will reveal the answer at the end. Looking at the Lions right now, if you don't live under a rock, their new quarterback is Jared Goff after they traded for Matthew Stafford. They will, of course, eventually get 2 first-round picks for the Los Angeles Rams, but that will not take place until 2022 and 2023. This year, they still have 1 first-round pick, and that is at number 7 overall, which is a perfect position to pick up one of the top quarterbacks in this NFL draft, but really is that a necessity? As many of you know, I am not a big Jared Goff guru. I'm not a fan of his. I don't think he's a great quarterback. I don't really even think he's a good quarterback, but I have to be honest, I don't think it is the right move for the Detroit Lions to draft a quarterback in this situation. I say stick with Jared Goff for now to see what he could do under 1 season, because if we're being honest, picking up a new rookie and picking up a new quarterback will not save the Detroit Lions by any means. They've had talent at the quarterback position with Matt Stafford for over a decade, and that didn't really do much, so just changing the quarterback now from Jared Goff isn't going to get them much further. No rookie right now is going to be better than what Matt Stafford was overall his past career, at least in these next 2 to 3 years, in my opinion. The Detroit Lions need to address their overall team situation. Like I said, while quarterback is their most important position, just changing that right now for the Lions is not going to change anything. So, looking at your backfield, DeAndre Swift, your rookie this past year, did not really live up to his expectations. However, he was still young. He didn't get a whole lot of snaps, and he didn't get a whole lot of play time, and I do think he can emerge and become a little bit better. He did have some split snaps with Adrian Peterson. I'm a fan of Adrian Peterson in his prime, but they need to let him go. He needs to go elsewhere. They can't be taking snaps from Detroit. Let your rookie learn and emerge and see if you can develop that run game in him. The receiving core, not the greatest in the game, but it's definitely viable for Jared Goff to get through it. You got Kenny Golladay, you got Marvin Jones Jr., you got Danny Amendola, you got TJ Hawkinson. You got some speed wideouts there and a couple safety blankets for Jared Goff in the slot, and Hawkinson and Amendola. He has receivers to throw to. Might not be as deep and great of a receiving core as it was in Los Angeles with Cooper Kupp, Josh Reynolds, Robert Woods, Van Jefferson, Tyler Higbee, and so on and so forth. But he has something to throw to. It's not like a Patriots receiving core by any means. Looking at the defense, that is probably one of the top priorities for the Detroit Lions, in my opinion, for this NFL draft. Of course, offensive line as well. Looking at the defense, you have Trey Flowers, Everson Griffin, Jamie Collins, and Jeff Okudah in the secondary, but that front 7 is kind of led, in my opinion, by Flowers, Griffin, and Collins. While all 3 of them are kind of veterans, they're not really in their prime anymore. They're still great experience, and they still have talent and can provide a lot for that Detroit Lions team, at least through leadership. Jeff Okudah in the secondary was your first-round pick last year in the 2020 draft at number 4 overall. Jeff Okudah is definitely not living up to number 4 overall, but he's still young, still a rookie. He can still live up to it in time and emerge soon. But right now, he's definitely not living up to number 4 overall, but I'm not going to give up on it yet. Looking at number 7 overall, like I said, to me, drafting Zach Wilson, drafting Justin Fields, or Trey Lance, whoever is on your eye in Detroit, and the new head coach, Dan Campbell, whatever he's looking at, a quarterback is not going to fix this situation. You need to either go protection or go defense. To me, either maybe get lucky and say if Penei Sewell falls in your lap, you get one of the top offensive tackles coming out in the draft, and if not, look at Rashawn Slater. I think one of those 2 will definitely be around at number 7 overall. I know Jared Goff, I don't believe in him to be the Lions' forever future, but while you got him, you might as well protect him, and that will definitely help out the team a little bit. And if you're going to go defensively, there's, of course, Micah Parsons, a guy in the linebacker position that can help out that front 7 and kind of learn from Jamie Collins and Trey Flowers and Everson Griffin and just become possibly the captain and leader of that defense. Or you could look elsewhere into the secondary, such as Caleb Farley from Virginia or Virginia Tech, I think it's Virginia Tech, and then or Patrick Surtain from Alabama. Can't go wrong either way. I'm a Patrick Surtain fan between the 2, but really I know a lot of guys like Farley. You can't go wrong either way. To me, you have to either help out the defense or help out the offensive line and protect your quarterback. And this won't only help out Jared Goff in the passing game. It'll help out your running back that I wouldn't say is struggling, but definitely needs a little bit of a boost in an offensive line. Can open up the run game, open up some pockets, open up some holes, and the field will be opened up for him to run and create some action for this Lions team. This Lions team on paper does not have a terrible roster. It's just I feel like Detroit in general, they're like cursed. They're kind of like the Cleveland Browns were before Baker Mayfield and this new coach. They've been the Browns the last 20 years, but just haven't gotten the publicity as much as the Browns. Again, I'm not a big fan of Jared Goff, and I don't think this team will be great. I could see them definitely getting a top 3 pick in the NFL draft next year, along with the pick they're going to get with the Rams. And I could see them building something in time because they will have the draft capital. However, this year, nothing's going to change if you draft a rookie quarterback, in my opinion. Yes, if you just know Jared Goff sucks and you just want to get a rookie quarterback that you truly believe in and you just wanted to sit behind Goff the next few years and you think he could truly be the future of your franchise in time, I say you could maybe go for it. But right now, in the next 2 to 3 years, this Lions team is not going to go anywhere no matter who is under snap, who's under the center snapping the ball. So let me know what you guys think in the comments. Do you think they should stick with Jared Goff? Do you think they should draft a quarterback? Should they trade Jared Goff? That's always a possibility, I guess. But like I said, let me know in the comments. For the question of the video, the one cornerback to get the most interceptions in a single season at 14 is, of course, Night Train Lane. Played in the 1950s and 1960s. Played with Detroit, Dick Lane. However, he got the record when he was with the Rams. Thanks for watching, guys. 2-1 warning.